Okay, I think we're good. Hello, welcome. Great show as always, but today is an incredible show. If there's one to watch, this is it. I got 3 movies and a few other stuff to talk about, including the worst movie I have seen since I started covering films on this channel. So it's not that bad. It's been a few months, right? But still, it is the worst movie I've seen in months. So yeah, and it's between 3. It's between either Bad Trip. By the way, I'll have chat here. I'll check periodically. I know I'm not good at it, but I'll try to get better. It's between these 3: Bad Trip, which is a hidden camera comedy from Eric Andre; The Red Turtle, which is technically a Ghibli movie; and Monster Hunter, which is of course based on the video games from the director of the Resident Evil films. One of these is the worst film I have seen in recent memory. I'll also talk about Nobody for just a sec again. I gotta confirm some things. I also saw Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Quick thoughts. But the 2 biggest topics, which I really want to get into, which are small, but they are, they should be talked about more, and they are issues that are going to be coming up health-wise in the future. And again, people are not talking about it enough. I do have visual proof. That is text neck and fish in your food. Now, I know it's weird, but I do want to talk about it. Recently it's hit me like a truck. Quick preview for upcoming things: Godzilla vs. King Kong tonight. Literally right after the stream, 6:50 tonight. IMAX. Could not get a better seat. Could not get a better time. It is literally day 1 in the biggest room, biggest screen, and I'll get in a perfect state. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow, Godzilla vs. King Kong. Big coverage. Cannot wait. Same thing with Attack on Titan. I am not done yet because they announce that part 2 of the final season will be coming out in 2022. I did not know this. Most people did not know this. But watching it, you could feel that, of course, this wasn't the ending. It's kind of... Anyway, the rush is gone. Also, the hype is somewhat levied because, it's not over. This was supposed to be the grand finale, and really it's just the first half of it. So, yeah. So no Attack on Titan talk, but that for sure we'll talk spoilers. I said I would talk spoilers about the Promised Neverland, but I won't, because my take is extremely positive, and it comes from a place that is not ill-informed, but I certainly haven't read the manga, and I certainly don't care about how all the changes were made. I just judge it by what I see and what I feel, and what I felt was incredible. Right, but I am the minority. I showed you a score of 2.9 out of 10. I give it a 9 that episode, and that's the finale. So yeah, again, I just want to reiterate that Promised Neverland, I did love it. It is worth watching, especially if you haven't read the manga. So yeah, that's it. Without further ado, man, that was a long preamble. By the way, and a preview for my next Battle Royale. This month was anime, next month is superhero and comic book TV shows. And trust me, the Battle Royale aspect of every month I am doing a different Battle Royale is going to be a definitive part of my channel I will be proud of. And we will slowly get rid of that animal montage, because I am still watching the show until it's done. And then that montage will be replaced by superhero action. I'm very excited about that. So that'll be real soon in the month of April. Man. Month of April is going to be nuts. You will see. So, Monster Hunter. Big preview. I went to see this the day before Godzilla, because they're both monster movies. Monster Hunter, I have not played the game, but I do have... I do understand it. And plus I played a free version called Dauntless, which is a free-to-play Monster Hunter clone. Good stuff. And I appreciate the thing, right? So here's the thing about the film. Fantastic. 7 out of 10. I actually highly recommend this film. Even if you haven't played Monster Hunter like I have, if you are a fan, then there's some stuff here for you. But most of all, if you're just a fun, blockbuster, stupid action film, like you just want one of those, you could not do much better than this, of course, other than Nobody, which I give a 9 to, right? Talked about it before. But if you just want monsters, right, and you've seen Godzilla vs. King Kong, this is not a bad choice. The problem, of course, is the director, but everything else is fantastic. The director is the director of the Resident Evil films. Let's see, to be honest, because I don't think he's ever done a legit good film. You know what? Never mind. Take that back. He did Mortal Kombat. He did Event Horizon. I wasn't sure if it was him. So if he did Event Horizon, he's done his actual great film. This is a great sci-fi horror flick. But point is, that's the only one. That's the exception. I gave it a 7, so never mind. Technically, you could say Monster Hunter is better. Man, it's been like a decade. Point is, other than him, everything else is amazing. The two main actors are Mila Jovovich and Tony Jaa, both of which I highly respect. Tony Jaa is a classic martial arts icon of the new era. You got it's him and the guy from Ip Man, which I can't find his name right now, and the main guy from The Raid. But you know, he's the new Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and he plays the character from the Monster Hunter universe in this film. So he's the one who's been hunting monsters this whole time, while Mila Jovovich plays a leader of a army squad, which is why you should see this film based on that alone, because the story, the premise is army people, full decked out with guns and everything, grenades, get thrown into the Monster Hunter universe. Won't tell you how, and they pretty much gotta like face these monsters with what they have, which is like AK-47s, bazookas, and whatnot. And it's cool to see, you know, Monster Hunter beasts being like shot by normal bullets. Just for that alone, it's very interesting. The way they mix the Monster Hunter world with the real world is why this is worth it for both non-fans and fans of the game. So again, I can't recommend it enough if you want a dumb action flick. Because again, the action scenes deliver, the CG is incredible, and the monsters. By the way, quality over quantity, very important. There's less than 6, and I'm not telling you I'm being general here. Less than 6 monsters when they could have had over 20, really, because Monster Hunter is insane in terms of actual number of different types of monsters. But the ones they do have are extremely well designed, and they like, when there's an action scene between the characters and the CG creatures, it blends perfectly. They really did an amazing job, and I'm talking about the CG artists here. And Mila Jovovich, man, I can't believe I'm talking this long, but I'm almost done here. Mila Jovovich, very important. She's in her, I don't know her age. We're not going to look it up. It's not important. Point is, she's been doing this for over a decade. All the Resident Evil films, every action film she's done, and now, like, her age shows on her. You know what I mean? So she's badass, both in terms of experience, but also because she's been doing this for so long. Like, she's extremely believable. Tony Jaa, also extremely believable, which adds to the legitimacy of this film. So, again, pump it up. I wanted to give it an 8, but then I realized that, like, I saw it yesterday and I forgot most of it, so that's a big flaw. So I bumped it down to a 7, but off the cuff, it was an 8. Still haven't gotten to the worst movie yet. Bad Trip, hidden camera film. The thing about this one is that the story sucks. Now, they always have a basic story. I believe in the first Borat, it was all about getting Pamela Henderson. That was the whole premise. Borat 2 actually has the best story of all of these, where it's him teaching his daughter like the ways of America, and it's very there's a amazing feminist message in Borat 2. I highly respect Borat 2, and technically it is better than this, except in one aspect, because this is just a series of pranks. This has more in common with Bad Grandpa than anything, but it is like Jackass and Borat, where it is just pranks on real people. And the thing that makes Bad Trip incredible, 8 out of 10, actually not incredible, that's great. What makes it great is that the laughs are insane. Like, they are so strong and so powerful and so funny that it outweighs the extremely bad storytelling, the forced storytelling, and the scenes that don't quite work. Like, you know what I mean? It's 50-50 because it's pranks. It's prank after prank after prank, meaning some are better than others, and some simply don't land. But there is one laugh in this film that, I am not kidding, is the best laugh I have had in years, okay? In years. I know it took me a second, because I made sounds that I have never made. I freaking, like, sounded like a pig for a second. I choked on my own liquids, and I made weird sounds that I could not fathom. I literally drooled. All of this within one laugh. That's how insane this laugh was. It was uncontrollable. It was extremely powerful. And for that laugh alone, which is one bit, it's a must-see for that one bit. I won't tell you what it is because, it'll hit you like a truck once you get to it. So Bad Trip, for the comedy alone, and I do mean this literally, deserves an 8. So Bad Trip, highly recommended. But what that means is that The Red Turtle, which I will show you the trailer, is the worst movie I have seen in months. And here's the thing, it's a gimmick, okay? It's a lie. Because it says this movie is known for being a Ghibli film. This was nominated for Best Oscar the year it came out, or, well, I don't know when it was, like 2011 or something. Point is, it is not a Ghibli movie. It's crazy because the movie starts with the Studio Ghibli logo. It's presented by Studio Ghibli. This is a trick the movie-making business does. Usually it's producer. From the producer of Transporter, from the producer of Fast and Furious. Being a producer of anything doesn't mean shit. Like, literally. That is a lie. Whenever they put that on screen, is they need some basic, casual moviegoers to be like, I like that movie. It's the same producer. They have no idea what a producer does, you know? Director is what matters. And studio. Because again, here it's a lie. This is not Studio Ghibli movie it's not Studio Ghibli that made this film. It's another studio, I forget the name, but it's a French one, okay? Which means it has French animation, which is usually very slow and very deliberate. And I'm pretty sure Ghibli saw a lot of themselves in this film and knew, by the way, I forgot to put the trailer. They knew that this movie would not find an audience and no one would care if they did not put their name on it. This is just a theory. It's my theory, it's a movie theory. But I do believe it's true. The reason it sucks so bad, and I gave it a 5 out of 10. And it's not that bad, by the way. 5 out of 10 just means like you're basic, you're capital B basic, which is in a lot of ways worse than being an actual bad film. That's like a 1 out of 10 because there's like something to get out of it. It's so bad it's good, right? In this case, it is just extremely boring. Okay, it starts with random man in random ocean, like close to drowning. Clearly he like fell off a boat or something. We don't know nothing. Okay, there's no dialogue, and it's all about him surviving. So it's Castaway without dialogue, without Tom Hanks, without Wilson. There's no ball, there's no mail, there's nothing. It's just him, the island. He builds a raft, tries to escape. Something attacks him, right? The titular red turtle. I won't spoil nothing, but I am showing you the trailer, which spoils stuff, of course. I never show you the trailers because I do not see them myself unless I do not want you to see these movies. It's very important to me that you actually do watch the ones I recommend and don't the ones I don't, because, you know, time is money. And I saw this in a theater with the excitement of a new, highly rated Ghibli film, right? So if you're a Ghibli completionist, which is the only reason I could see somebody watching this film out of their own will, don't. Just don't. It's extremely boring. Nothing extraordinary happens. There's metaphors aplenty, meaning it's super ambiguous. So there's a lot of stuff that you must take in for yourself and make your own judgments. And while that sounds appealing, let me tell you, there's not one moment in this film that had me exciting. I was fighting the urge to not fall asleep, even though I had just waken up from a perfect 9 hours sleep. You know what I mean? So there's like literally no reason for this film to be this boring. Anyway, so also the reason it gets a 5, beautiful animation, right? Like there's no, animation is not the biggest, the problem. The problem here is there's no story, there's nothing. It's just a guy on an island, stuff happens, but it's very basic. So that's it, that's for the Red Turtle. The hate is strong for this one. Please, never watch this. Never watch this. By the way, speaking of which, instead of watching this for Ghibli, watch Porco Rosso, my bad. It's one of the ones that not as many people have seen. It is a Miyazaki film, so it's like the least seen Miyazaki film. So I highly recommend it, where a pilot who happens to be a pig, won't spoil why, is dealing with his life. And it's actually, you know, one of the Ghibli movies that not many people have seen that should, because it's one of their best. So yeah. That's it. Nobody, just real quick, I talked about it before. I'll just say real quick that I went to go see it again in D-Box, okay? D-Box, extremely worth it. It's a thing that not all theaters have, but the ones that do, it is a thing you must experience at least once. It turns your movie into a roller coaster. And I mean, literally. It's a seat that moves left to right, leans front to back. A perfect example of this is there's a scene in the film where he gets into a muscle car. So he turns on the muscle car, and it's one of those, like, you know, Dodge Charger 72 or something, and it shakes, man. The seat shakes. You literally feel like you're sitting in a muscle car. And I know that sounds over the top and like, ah, come on, really? Yes, really. And D-Box, the thing about it is that it's extremely expensive. Like I went to go see Lord of the Rings Return to the King on Tuesday in IMAX. It cost me like $3. I felt like, again, I was robbing the place a second time because this was the second Lord of the Rings. But this D-Box ticket on a Tuesday cost me like $20. But as an experience, first of all, the movie is great. Like, hell yeah, I'm going to see it again. But I had to see it in D-Box because I knew that Godzilla would take it over. And nobody, as a ride, as a literal roller coaster ride, I knew would not disappoint. So not only is the movie confirmed to be a 9 and an incredible revenge thriller, I showed you Death Sentence last time, but I got Shoot 'Em Up here. 8 out of 10. Fantastic. Another one of these where, that's the reference. It's a clear, something bad happens, and then revenge, and then pure action, right? There's a few of these types of films. So yeah, D-Box, highly recommended for anything, especially if you love it. Like I did it with Tenet, I did it with Nobody, and I'll probably do it with Godzilla vs. Kong if it delivers. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Lord of the Rings, we're not even gonna, I might re-download it and show you a few shots that I felt were amazing. But point is, I saw this in IMAX, right? The final day that it was possible to do so because Godzilla's taken over. Packed room, by the way. And it is confirmed top 5 of all time. Like, confirmed, undeniable. Okay, there's 2 films right now that I would consider undeniable top 5s. One is Shawshank Redemption. Saw it recently in the last few months. Poster right here. Number 1, right? Probably number 1. And Return to King. Probably number 2, man. It's crazy because I saw it a few months back as well, and it was confirmed then. But it's a whole different thing to see it in IMAX, right? And nothing perfect is actually perfect. There's beauty in the imperfections, but as a film, as a climax, as a finale to a trilogy of epics that is undeniably great, it's top tier. It's as top tier as it goes. And when I say top 5, I mean of all time. I mean top 5 films ever, and I stand by that. Okay, moving on. Let's go into some serious topics here, and the real reason we're here. Okay, TextNeck. Okay, TextNeck. This came out a few years ago. It's like a weird article that, anyway, I took it in my head. Like New York Times, TextNeck is going to be a big deal. I'm like, what the hell is TextNeck? It's just the pressure you put on your neck and your spine when you read a text. It's literally that simple. It's when you hold your phone, you're playing a game, you're doing whatever. Here's the thing. You have to, I know it sucks, and again, by the way, the next 2 things sound more serious than they are. This is just like a warning of like, guys, I know this, everybody should know this, here's the information, okay? But it is going to sound a bit preachy. Point is, when you hold your phone and you hold it down and you look down, the pressure you put on your neck, this is a perfect image and the perfect weight distribution, right? The farther you look down, the more weight, literal weight, you're putting on your spine. Now, it's not a problem now because smartphones are very, very recent. People don't think about this, but it's like 10 years, right? More than 10 years ago, there were cell phones, but they were not smartphones. You would not watch video. You would not watch YouTube. You would not watch Twitch on your phone. So the more stuff you do on the phone, the more this happens. And the more 20 years from now, the problems will arrive. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen to old people that are already old and like only have like 10 years left to live. You know what I mean? It's going to happen to us because we have 60 more years to live. 60 more years of pressure on your neck because you're looking at your phone. So the easy solution is you put it to your face. I know you look stupid. I know it sucks. And it literally like, puts weight on my arm. Better to put weight on your arm than on your spine. You know, that seems easy to me. So, and I know like everything, it's not easy to do. It's a conscious thing. You literally got to remind yourself every now and again to be like, oh shit, TextNeck. And then you put your phone up, you know. But I don't know. I feel like it's important. It's one of those things that in 20 years, like 30% of the population will have TextNeck, and the ones that won't will be the ones that know. It's that simple. Okay, and the second serious thing, by the way, I got a cat meme at the end. I got a cat meme, okay? I got you guys. The second important thing, first Indiana Jones in top 5. Dude, I gotta watch the first Indiana Jones. And you better believe I will wait, because in theaters, they're playing all these old movies, so I'll wait till they put it back, and I will watch it. I have not seen it. And by the way, that's another thing I want to talk about. The whole, oh wait, you haven't seen this movie? And then people get mad at you. They're like, what? You know, like everybody is supposed to have seen everything, and I only have a very few blind spots, and the Indiana Jones series is one of them. So I'm very excited for that. So yeah, I will one day, and I will cover it. Can't wait. Okay, second important news, for your health, and that's plastic and fish. Okay, there's a insane amount of plastic in the ocean, and that plastic gets broken down and eaten by fish in all aspects of the food chain, which means from the smallest shrimp to the biggest shark. Okay, and of course the shark eats the fish that eats the shrimp, so the plastic just keeps going until we eat the fish that is fished out, right? I go to Subway a lot. I love the tuna sandwich, is my favorite. Fish is a huge thing, but in the last week I had a 1-2 punch of like, no, we can't fuck around no more. Sushi as well. Okay, the first of which is from a show I respect called Last Week Tonight. Last Week Tonight is a talk show, late night talk show, if you will, but it's once a week on Sunday on HBO, and even then it's like once every 2 weeks. They tackle heavy topics, most notably, usually it's politics, but every now and again they have a global story involving global issues. In this case, it was plastic and how. Anyway, here you go. I don't even have to say it. Here's a quick line. There's just one line. Here you go.
Half of all plastics ever made have been produced since 2005.
Okay, half the plastic, half ever that's ever invented, right? Since 2005, right? So that's a huge amount of plastic, and that also means that it just keeps growing. Okay, so that's non-stop. And then Daily Dose of Internet, a YouTube channel I respect insanely. Okay, 11.4 mil. It's not every day. I thought it was every day they do a video, but it's like once a week or whatever. Anyway, it's just a quick
everyone.
montage.
This is your Daily Dose of
Fun stuff. But here's the first story, and he put it important. Like, that's the title: Why There Is Plastic in Fish Meat.
A scientist opened up a can of tuna and put the meat under a microscope.
Okay, and here's the thing. Compare this to drinking or drugs, because this is very important. Keep that in mind.
They found that there was microscopic plastic inside of the fish. The plastic that we produce is polluting the ocean, which results in the fish consuming the plastic.
And look how the pieces are, man. They're like sharp. The ones we don't like, the one with a piece of metal in it. And we ingest this, you know what I mean? And it's not that bad. Like, I learned recently that we do eat about, which is crazy, a credit card worth of microplastic every week. Now, why am I saying this? Same thing with Texnic. I'm not saying let's stop eating fish. I'm just saying we have to try to be careful with it, right? Now we know what's bad. Not only do we know it's bad, we have visual proof that we are literally eating plastic in the fish we eat. This does not include lake fish, of course, but anything from the sea, like the Subway tuna sandwich or the sushi. Biggest example of which is sushi. I love sushi. Love sushi. This will kill the business. Now it's coming out now, but it's always has been this way, and it's going to come out more and more. It's going to be like global warming, where it's going to be undeniable, where everybody on the planet will know that eating fish equals eating plastic. That is just a fact. Now we're just in the early stages of that knowledge. So I think it's like alcohol or drugs, right? I drink. I'm going to drink tonight. Like full disclosure. Of course, I'm going to drink. I'm going to go see Godzilla vs. King Kong. I'm going to go see Godzilla vs. King Kong in the best possible state I can be to enjoy it in the maximal way possible. So, but everything is good in moderation. So if you eat fish every day, man, you got to slow it down. It's that simple, or you're gonna die. And that's the thing. These things we do not know. Same thing with Texnic. How badly affected we are gonna be until 30 years in the future. This microplastic will add up, right? In the same way the pressure on your neck will add up. So that's all. I feel like this is information that needs to be out there. And by the way, support your sushi shops. California rolls, classic roll. Freaking, it's the gateway drug to sushi. It's just avocado vegetables, man. So, you know, I'm gonna keep going to sushi places. Hell, I might even go more just to get those veggie sushis. But I'm never, ever gonna take fish sushi or order the tuna sub at Subway every now and again. Every now and again, come on now. You know what I mean? Same thing with alcohol, every now and again. But we just gotta be careful. And that's pretty much it. Now, I got this Rocket League trailer that is extremely short, but they put a lot of effort in these. And because I am playing Rocket League, this is a tease for Season 3, so it's just like a hype check. The cat right after. Okay, muscle cars. F1. I believe you have to pay for these though. That's the lie, because they're licensed. Still kind of nice. By the way, these are extremely short, so it's going to be over in seconds. Okay, that was all for a joke. I'll take it. That wasn't bad. You got a smile out of me. You get a smirk. And that was a joke worth telling. April 7th. In a week. And so that's that. And finally, last thing I wanted to do real quick is the Battle Royale. So I did the anime Battle Royale, of course, which led me to watch Promised Neverland and... What am I doing? BBC. Promised Neverland and Attack on Titan, and what's the third one? Dr. Stone, right? Without that Battle Royale, I probably would not have watched those shows. And now, let me preview real quick. Boom. This is the April Battle Royale. All comic book TV shows, all superhero TV shows, mostly. Some of these are comic book specific. And I did the whole list, and I could not believe the amount of combatants there is. There is 26 shows, and I mean seasons, that will vie to just be watched. That's the whole point of the Battle Royale. It's not what's the best show. It's literally which one I will take the time to watch, because there's too much stuff, man. We have to make hard cuts. And most of these I'm in deep. All the ones that are written season 2, like season 2, season 4, season 5, season 6, man, it's crazy. And I stopped all of these for specific reasons. Wait, let me put the music back on. I don't know why, but that's how it goes. But some of these are new, right? Like Stargirl is new. Resident Alien is still going on right now. Invincible has just released, you know what I mean? So these are exciting. But they're going up against hard competition, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6. You know, there's only 2 more seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And on principle, I have to finish it, you know what I mean? So a new show has to face off against an established show, which makes the competition exciting. And this does not include the ones I actually did watch and finished. Which, by the way, perfect example is Harley Quinn. The Harley Quinn animated show, if it were in this list, would beat all of them. And I'm not being hyperbolic here. Harley Quinn is above the genre. It's above superhero show. It's literally one of the best shows on television, period. In the same way Rick and Morty is, in the same way Attack on Titan is, even though they are anime or animation, right? So again, it's a big mix of live action, of animated, or everything. And I will do a beautiful preview of this instead of just here. Anyway, this is just a hype check, right? And it's going to be fierce competition. We're going to do 1 episode, and then 5 will be eliminated in the first round, 4 in the second, 3 in the third. You know what I mean? So it's hard cuts, numerous cuts. So just to survive, you got to deliver. So yeah. And by the way, oh, here we go. With COVID, we use more plastic. Yeah, I know, dude. And I order food all the time. So trust me, I feel the pollution I am creating. It's bad. So yeah, competition is crazy. Like season 9 of Walking Dead. You know what I mean? Like I watched 8 seasons, and I'm like, nah, no more. But I have to, because I'm literally 4 episodes away from like the most important episode you have to watch. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. But that's why that competition exists. By the way, Frontrunner, real quick preview. Best show here on knowledge and previous, you know what I mean, how I feel. Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is the heavy winner. If there's one here I would recommend above all the others, right here, right now, that you should start watching, Doom Patrol is the one. That does not mean that it can win. I'm just saying it's the front runner. And by the way, the winners are going to be like 3 shows. There's going to be 3 full seasons I'm going to watch. By the time we get there, I will have watched, 50 episodes? Like, you know what I mean? It's a big commitment. But again, I have a full month to do it. And this is just April. I could do this every month. So example, May could be Battle Royale dramas, which by the way is the highest rated type of television. Every time in like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones are technically drama television series. That's gonna be crazy. I could do Western animation. I could also do it with games where we could just play like, 20 different games and see who wins. So Battle Royale will be a thing I do every month. And that's pretty much it. Sorry, that was a long show. Stuff happens. That Godzilla hype has got me excited. And finally, I got you with this cat here. Give me a sec. The screen, man. Getting tighter and tighter every day. Here we go. He does this with his hands, man. Like a grabbing motion. It's crazy. It's like they knew he was watching him. So I gotta do something. Sorry for the bad quality, that's as good as it gets. But yeah, games as always are coming. I said I would do Yakuza 6. I changed my mind on that because I have so many other games that are deeply ingrained to me. Like Kingdom Hearts 3, which I haven't played. God of War, the new God of War, I haven't played. A bunch of them that I promise you, I will stream, okay? Yakuza 6 is the only exception because it's like 50 hours long. Plus I play it like a completionist. I do every side quest. So technically it would become boring after a while. So I will do that one on my own. I will still cover it. in terms of talking about it, but that's pretty much it. But games are coming. I will do Dauntless. I will do other things. I will set up a second monitor so I can see chat at all times. But as always, onwards and upwards. Yeah, movies still won't change. I still have I got 5 tickets for upcoming things. Most exciting of which, by the way, April 3rd, is the release of the live-action and animated Oscar-nominated shorts in theaters. It's like one big block. So it's 2 hours. You get 7 different shorts. Amazing stuff, man. Amazing stuff. Back to back. Live-action shorts are the most dramatic thing you could watch. It is a brutal 2 hours. It's more sad than any drama you could watch because it's 5 hit you in the gut types of short films, or else they wouldn't be nominated. Animation is the complete opposite, because yes, you will have one serious animated short, but they'll throw in a weird, funny one in there, and chances are one of those will be available online, so we'll be able to show you some of it, like Hair Love, which last year, I don't think it won, but let me show it to you right here, actually, because it's worth a watch. I won't do it here, I might do it some other time, but right here, it's Hair Love, Oscar-winning short film. This one last year. So here you go. That's my last recommendation. Watch it. 7 minutes. It won. So guaranteed quality. So until next time, tomorrow, Godzilla versus King Kong. I'll tell you all about it. And that's pretty much it. Until next time, love you guys. Man, bye for. I'm happy I got to talk to chat for once. Anyway, as always, more things, better things. Till next time. Man, it's like a storm outside. I'm looking outside my window and I'm like, damn it. But that's the price you gotta pay to see what could be the movie that saves cinema, man. I'm serious. Okay, until next time. Peace.